love you so much, Complete Carpet Python. Oh, my favorite book.
Lucas, it's time to get up. We gotta film the vlog.
What is going on? We on?
We're
Alright, what is up everybody? It's Lucas with Centralian Exotics. We're back here in the snake room, also known as my bedroom, because the struggle is real. We're gonna grow this channel, we're gonna grow this snake room, we're gonna grow this company, but right now, you're in my bedroom. Gonna try something a little bit different today. Instead of setting up a camera in the back of the room and talking to myself, I have my friend Tim behind the camera today. Say hi, Tim.
Hi.
Tim, do you have any snakes?
No, Lucas, I don't have any snakes.
What do you think of living with all these snakes in our house?
Oh, it's real great, Lucas. I really enjoy not having them in my room.
Alright, Tim doesn't know what he's talking about. We love snakes here. Snakes are the best. That's why you're all here. We're going to change waters for everybody today. We're going to do some spot cleaning, maybe pull a few animals out so that you guys can see how everybody's doing. Tonight I'm going to be feeding a bunch of animals as well. So we're just going to come along for the ride. We're just going to have a good time. Just hanging out. Just a couple, hopefully 1,000 people and me in the snake room. Alright, stay tuned. Alright, so now that we have so many animals here, I try to streamline this process as much as possible. This is the glorious dump bucket. Good for anything that you would want a dump bucket for. But in my case, I want to dump all of these snake waters out. You want your reptiles to be safe? Because I sure do. Reptisafe. That's what we're going to put in this water. It's going to get rid of all the chlorine and whatnot, and we're going to have some delicious, healthy snake water. So I use these plastic containers for temporary water dishes. That way I don't have to do any scrubbing. And then when I'm done with these, I recycle them. Did all the fresh waters, any poop that I found, any urates, I went ahead and spot cleaned those out of there. So now we have beautiful clean enclosures and it's time to show off some animals. So Tim, if you'll follow me over to this glorious rack.
Hey, I thought racks were bad for snakes. What are you doing?
Hey, who let that guy in here? It's fine, everything's fine, there's plenty of space, I got water, I got heat, everything's gonna be okay, I can live in this box, you're all gonna be okay. And the fact of the matter, guys, is that racks can be good for snakes. They can be bad for snakes, but if you use them properly, there's absolutely nothing wrong with keeping your animals in racks. As long as the snake has everything that it needs to thrive, there's really no difference between putting it in a plastic bin or a wooden and glass cage. Things to take into consideration are the size of the animal. Does it have enough space in a bin like this? Does it have somewhere to hide? Does it have somewhere to get warm? Plenty of access to water? As long as all of those are in place, there's absolutely nothing wrong with using a rack setup.
What?
But Lucas, what if it wants to look outside at the real world?
Well, Tim, in the wild, all a snake really wants to do is hide, stay safe, and eat at night. So they don't really go sightseeing during the day. People tend to anthropomorphize snakes and try to look for human attributes in a non-human animal. And the fact of the matter is reptiles don't have the same patterns, they don't have the same personalities and routines that we do as mammals. They could care less about going for a scenic stroll through the forest as long as all their needs are met and they're staying safe, staying fed, and staying warm. And in addition to that, I actually went with the see-through tubs because I do have a lot of natural light in this room, so these snakes do get a natural day-night cycle as the sun comes and goes through my window. So they do have access to natural sunlight, and I take them outside quite a bit to get them some of that UV radiation. Alright guys, so let's pull a few animals out. Let's check in with my buddy Robbie Starr over here. Robbie Starr is a Morelia bredli, a Bredl's python. He is hypomelanistic, Het 4 genetic stripe. I'm going to go ahead and hook him out just so that he knows it's not feeding time yet. This is a beautiful snake that was sent to me by Mr. Nick Mutton at Inland Reptile. He's a super friendly snake. I'm really happy to have this guy in the room, and he really does have some crazy oranges and reds that come through. Even though he's only 50% hypo, you can definitely see that there's that hypo influence in this guy. How's that look, Tim?
You know, pretty nice.
Pretty nice? You like this snake, Tim?
Yeah, Robbie Star seems real nice.
Robbie Star, anybody watch I Think You Should Leave on Netflix? Because we sure do.
Yeah, Lucas, when it's all shed and done, and he looks great.
When it's all shed and done. Tim, any questions about Robbie Star, Tim?
What is Robbie Star's favorite thing to do?
Well, probably eat rats, Tim.
How big of a rat does he eat now?
Actually, that's a great question. So with male Brussels pythons, like I've talked about in my other videos, I'm not trying to get them very big. They're better breeders and they live longer at this small size, right about 900 to 1,000 grams.
You don't forget, size doesn't matter.
Wrong! Size does matter when we're talking about Brussels pythons, because if you get your snake too big, too fat, you're power feeding it, it's not going to breed well, it's going to die young, it's going to be lethargic and unhealthy. So, like I was saying, I'm actually only going to feed Robbie Star a small to weaned rat. Not really big enough to leave a mark. I'm probably going to feed him one of those once a month or so, just to maintain that weight, and I'm going to watch that weight. If he starts to lose weight, I'll bump it up a little bit. If I see he's starting to gain weight, I might pull it back a little bit, because really my goal with this guy is to keep him exactly where he is so that he will live a long, healthy life. And as you guys know, in addition to all the Brussels pythons around here, I also keep some black-headed pythons. That's kind of my other thing at the moment. So Sirius over here, my male black-headed python, is also doing very well. All right, gonna go ahead and hook out Sirius here so that he knows it's not feeding time. All of the snakes in this room know that when I tap them with the hook, or when I take them out of the cage with the hook rather than reaching in with a bare hand, that means that I'm reaching in for handling and that I'm not offering a food item. I never touch a snake in this room before I offer it food. You know, people will probably say, you know, snakes aren't very smart, they don't have that much cognitive ability, but they definitely can make associations. And they definitely remember patterns and routines with things that happen around them. So absolutely, the hook training does work. It keeps me from getting bit. So black-headed pythons, one of the coolest species of Australian pythons in my opinion. This guy is such a cool snake. One other thing that's new since the last time I turned on the camera to show you guys the snake room is this cage right here. You might be saying, Lucas, it looks the same as all the other cages. Guess what? Good eye. It is the same. But I got another one because I wanted to upgrade size for Adele here, female Brussels python that I've showed you guys in the past. Came over from Nick Mutton again. So I went ahead and got this big old wooden cage with the sliding glass doors in front, and Tim actually helped me drill in this big log that you can see in there to climb on if it so chooses, as they are semi-arboreal snakes. When you are using a bulb in a cage like this, in this instance I'm using a ceramic heat emitter, you're definitely going to want to make sure you install a bulb guard around it. You don't want your snake to burn itself on the bulb. Especially a snake that's semi-arboreal that might wrap its tail around the bulb like that. Hey kid, you ever fed a snake before?
No.
You wanna?
Okay.
Let's do it!
Aw, gee, mister, I've never seen anybody feed a snake either. Can I come too?
Alright guys, as you can see, we got a bucket full of delicious snake food. I do feed frozen thawed.
Hey, I thought you had to feed snakes live food for the predator instinct. You're robbing them of the hunt.
Get him out of here! Actually, frozen thawed food is much safer to feed for snakes because live things scratch and bite back, and you don't want your rat to accidentally scratch your snake's eye out or take a bite down on its head or something like that. So frozen thawed, much safer, you don't lose any of the nutrients, and in addition you can buy in bulk and keep it in the freezer, save a couple bucks. Okay, so I'm just gonna add hot water to this bucket and we're gonna wait for all this food to thaw. Ay, ay, ay! That's some hot water. Alright guys, thank you so much for joining us today. I hope you enjoyed watching a day in the life in the snake room here. I know we did things a little different in terms of the camera and getting a little goofy. So comment down below, let me know what you thought of this style. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel. Feel free to comment anything down below, whether it's a question, comment, if you're angry like the dude with the ski mask, whatever you got. I'm ready for it. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a good one.